Hello, everybody, and welcome to another edition of the Corporate Gamer broadcast. I am your host, Corporate Gamer, and tonight we will be continuing with Deus Ex Mankind Divided. Hope that everybody's had a wonderful Saturday, and hope that you're enjoying your Saturday evening. Every game should have that an auto save feature, but it also allows you to save. I don't know why in 2022, like, people choose to not have saves anymore. Like, I just don't get it. Okay, so I don't know what I was supposed to be doing actually. Travel to Davni. Okay. So yeah, I guess I'm going there. Like, no, like it's not as if I'm hiding it. I don't know why people don't attack me for trying to hack their shit. It doesn't make any sense. Anyways, boom, boom. Can I thought I could hack something here. Surprisingly, these look familiar. Look similar to the ones in Montreal, except they're on a stand. They're not on the wall. And I'm pretty sure that yeah, I did this already. All right, where am I going now? Let's go there. I would have to check where the Doomsday device is. There's two ways you can get the detonator for Machenko. I don't think I've ever used it on any of my playthroughs. I'm hoping that I'll be able to find it in this one. What up? Did I never... Okay, let's... Why is the save unavailable? It's not the first time that happens to me.
Don't hurt me! Don't hurt me! Why is anybody doing it? No! No! Help! I have children!
Why are people panicking? I have no idea. I don't even think I ever remember even coming here. Well, that's a shame. Well, that didn't even affect me at all. Is there anything here with a hurt? Nope. Where does this lead me? This is leading me further away from my destination, but hey.
Anomaly detected. Trace program initiated. Access granted.
I'll take that. Any day of the week, brother. What the hell is that? Tactical shotgun. Okay, what can I destroy? Combat rifle. This. Okay. I don't even know where this bunker is. It's a nice little find, but nothing inside. Yeah, there's nothing inside. I don't know what is in here. Okay, let's see. Nope, this doesn't really do anything. Apparently, this brings me closer. Oh. Let's break some walls. You're breaking my walls, bitch. You're breaking my walls. Crafting parts. Anything else here? Nope. This looked like a door, but it's not. Is there any way out of here? Nope. So basically, this is practically almost useless. Okay. Well, back to where we came from. Back to where we came from. Alright. Let me fix my mic a little bit. Alright. Let's do this. So, oh, I forgot something here. Shotgun ammo, but I don't have anything. Anyways. Let's do this. Okay, am I stuck? Thank you, and have a nice day. Reset. Alright. Apparently this place is reset. And I can't go anywhere here, right? Okay. So let's go back up and scare some more people. Apparently that doesn't scare them, but a door opening apparently does. Go fucking figure.
Can't even trust the partner.
Yeah, sure. Alright, where am I going now?
Don't try it.
Tell me, bro, where am I going? Oh, in the workshop. There's nothing left here, is there? No, because I destroyed everything, bro. Okay, so there's a place there's things underneath, but how the fuck do you get there? I don't think I got there yet. Unless it's from the outside. Which that I pretty much did go. But not through here though. Pretty sure I didn't go through here. See, there was a door. Yeah, see, I never went. I think I never went there. There has to be a way. Oh, maybe it's through here. It's probably through here. All right. Well,
So you found the bomb maker. Linked everything to Ark.
Not exactly.
Jesus, Jensen.
We did find the bomb maker. Allison Stanek, a local resident. We have her in custody now. But she told me she'd made dozens more bombs before we arrested her, and she delivered them to Viktor Marchenko.
So it was Ark.
A splinter faction inside Ark. I'm telling you, Miller, something more is going on here. Stanek told me Marchenko has a base of operations in the Swiss Alps, a research facility called Garum. That sound like something Ark has the resources for to you?
I'll contact McCready. Get him and a few analysts to work up a plan.
We need to move on this now. Chicane and I can fly there and back, get a lay of the land, while Mac and his team do the research.
Really? Got it all figured out in that clockwork head of yours. What the hell? I'm in.
You got enough fuel to get to Switzerland?
To get us there, sure.
Fine. Do it. But this is recon only. Do not engage. Contact me the minute you have something.
okay. I'm gonna
Yes,
kill
sir.
everybody in my path.
You've proven yourself so far on this one, Jensen. Don't screw it up.
Copy that.
All right. Let's do this.
Miller's not used to giving compliments, is he?
He's getting static from the brass. They're starting to riot in Gollum over that shit with Rucker. I'm sure he doesn't blame you. Much. Anymore.
And what do you think?
I think tracking that bomb maker was some fine work. If the intel you got from her stands true, Gollum City will be the least of our problems. So what do you say we go find out how deep in it we are, right? You all set?
Hey, when we get to the Alps, we could get into some action. Are you ready for that?
Why? Because I've been flying hack for the last few years. That's the thing about us naturals, Jensen. We never rust.
Apparently, Jensen doesn't have a
I've
sense
been
of
doing
humor.
this a long time. Been in my share of shit, too. Always managed to pull myself out of it.
Fair enough. Just don't leave without me.
Hey, listen up. I know we're not exactly pals, and I know I can be an asshole. But I'm not a fucking asshole. In fact, I'm offended you'd even say something like that.
That's not what I meant.
I'm just messing with you, Jensen. You ready?
When we first talked, you told me your limp kept you honest. That's an interesting way of looking at your injury.
When we first talked, you told me that your limp kept you honest. That's an interesting way of looking at an injury.
Your preamble's as thin as soup, man. Don't dance around it, just ask it.
I'm only curious. We've all got a story.
Now, that's not it. What you really want to know is, do I hate him? Men that tore out my knee. His name was Lachlan Beats. He was a laborer. Worked in the mines up near Bendigo before everything went to hell. Beats was a family man who did what he thought he had to do in order to provide for his family. See, back then, nobody could compete with you Oggs when it came to manual labor jobs. So, he made a choice, if you can call it that.
And his choice changed your life. You don't resent Beats for what happened?
What I resent are the men who coaxed men like him to get augmentations, men who enforced a system where the rich could buy artificial expertise without thinking about what it would cost all of us in the end. No, I don't resent him. At least not anymore. I was simply in the wrong place at the wrong time. Story of my life. So look, on that sunshiny note, what do you say we put some miles behind us?
Yeah, but I don't know if there's anything that's missing other than there's only one. I don't know how long I'm gonna have to wait for him. Fuck it.
Yeah, fire it up.
The point of no returns.
Gom just popped up on radar. I'll keep us beyond visual range and engage DRFM jamming. You can scan the facility from the air with...
Negative. I'm gonna find out what's being planned. I gotta get inside.
Crazy? We have no way of knowing what's in there.
I'm tired of flying this limousine around. Did you say you wanted to get back in the action?
Fine. I'm not setting us down. No sign of trouble, you call me. Just want to have a lousy afternoon.
This is one of the missions I wasn't too crazy about. Does it actually mention which ones I... No, so this one is still in progress. They didn't kill it. Well, that one never happened. So yeah.
Anomaly detected. Trace program initiated. Access granted.
You really must avoid taking those wrong turns. A little taste, so at the end you understand what you're interfering with. Give my regards to Talos.
I thought there'd be more blood. You said Walker was covered in it.
Racker had more meat in him than this one. Maybe that's the difference.
But you're sure he'll die?
The Orchid has no mercy. His end will come. It will be slow, and it will be painful. Just time enough for a man to think on his sins.
Well, that didn't go as planned. Oh, wow.
Yeah!
If he found us, it means the facility is compromised. We should move out.
No. We were warned that this one was coming. We have time before they start searching for him.
If you are certain. What about your friends from Ark?
Those fools have outlived their usefulness. Let them drink a little more, then dose them with more. Don't do bodies with this one. Enough of this dead weight. You carry him now. This is as far as I go.
You're flying back to Prague.
I need to meet with those Diwali pigs. Get them to accelerate the timeline so our shipment clears customs immediately.
They will want more money.
Smugglers always want more money. The Diwali won't get it.
So the men and I should stay here and proceed as planned?
Brown confirmed everything.
I don't remember if this is an
like
issue.
last night.
Or it's the
Date
game
and time.
turns, it just has a black screen. Nope, it's the game.
End of the line for you, friends.
Chicane, come in. Damn. How long have I been out? Miller, it's Jensen. I can't raise Chicane.
Jensen? What's happened?
I walked into an ambush. Chicane could be in trouble.
Fuck. I'll see if I can raise him. Was it Marchenko?
Him and the gold-masked mercs from Dubai. They're in it together, posing as Ark. Marchenko admitted poisoning Rucker.
I'll call Leon. See how quickly they can get a team there. You stay low and find the exit.
Copy that. But these guys think I'm dead. Maybe I should take advantage of that and have a peek around. Might find out more about him.
All right. All right.
Hey, you in the control room. What the hell are you doing?
But
Moving the crane.
Yeah, I can see that. Why?
It was an accident. Sorry. I haven't gotten the hang of these controls yet.
Then stop playing with them. We'll send someone over to help you.
all right. Battle raffle. Okay, is there anything here? Ooh, there are things. Shit. Oh, there's even a fucking computer there.
Anomaly detected. Trace program initiated. Access granted.
Cylindre furieuse, dangereuse, sécurité, amage tout. Bonjour à tous, ce message est pour vous avertir que la méga cylindre livrée avec la fourreuse n'est pas aux bonnes dimensions. Si l'opérateur n'encadre pas strictement les forages, il y a des risques de percer le hangar voisin et de causer des sérieux dégâts. Nous avons commandé un cylindre de remplacement, mais en attendant, comme nous ne pouvons pas nous permettre de suspendre les travaux, merci de garder en tête les consignes de sécurité. D'autre part, n'oubliez pas que seuls les employés ayant suivi la formation d'opérateurs de foreuse sont autorisés à manipuler la machine. C'est capital. En cas d'accident causé par un opérateur non habilité, nous ne sommes pas couverts par l'assurance. Cordialement, Liner. Yeah, basically, it says the machinery you know, basically only personnel, authorized personnel can use it, and if there's a problem of some sort, then they're not covered by insurance. Email d'origine. Technically, it should be courriel. That's the actual word for email in French. But email is accepted in French. Bastien, sécurité, c'est l'enfer à la salle des commandes. Lena, est-ce que quelqu'un sait ce putain de truc au plafond sera remplacé une bonne fois et pour toutes? J'en peux plus du vacarme du hangar. Basically, somebody's complaining about the noise at the hangar. No, that's not what I wanted. No, 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 no. No, no, no. Actually, what was this one? I don't remember. Yeah, it's true. There's parts of this that I actually do like, but there's parts of it that I don't. Only because, I don't know why I'm hearing fucking people. There's not a fucking soul here. Yeah, that's gonna come handy. Because, yeah, the regular ammos is not gonna help me for long. Hey, a PS5. Okay, so there's another door on the other side. Yeah, way for not making noise. Anything here? No. Oh, it's the actual ladder. So I literally made my... I literally just made my way up. I don't think I can make any jump that would do anything. So there's nothing here. Alright. Keypad was unlocked. Alright. Come on. Alright. I'm gonna try and sneak, but there's no guarantee that's gonna work. No guarantee at all. but we will try. Because you know what? Because I am a fighter. Also, how many building points do I have? I have enough. Holy shit.
That's everything? Seems light without the box guards.
Yeah. Most of the heavy artillery is already making its way to the target location.
We're all set. Scan the eight. Light. Me too. Let's get ready.
All right.
We better have jackets for the mission. That place is colder than people think. Hang on.
Oh, fuck.
I feel the need to move around.
This is gonna be a waiting game.
Did you see the schematic Marco drew up for the explosives? He's going to wipe out half the city. Really?
How the fuck?
Perimeter detail reports west side all clear.
Fuck.
I'm going to enjoy emptying their smart faces.
Perimeter detail reports east side all clear.
7, 8. louder not
Fuck.
Perimeter detail reports south side, all clear.
Can't wait to touch this place.
This fucking guy is right on the other side.
Perimeter detail reports north side, all clear.
Everything we need to conquer the world or destroy it.
Oh shit.
Hey, Jensen. Miller tells me you're alive in there. They built you tough, huh?
Where the hell have you been, Chicane?
Me? You've been off comms for hours, partner. Hell, I almost came in there after you, but damn roaches down there spotted me, so I had to bug out. Been trying to raise you ever since.
Yeah, well, now I need a pickup.
Helipad, north end of the facility. As soon as I catch you on infrared, I'll break cover and grab you. Chicane out.
Now how the fuck do I get through here?
Vector green, copy? Low in area. Confirm low ping. Proceed to mark. What do you got? Tag received.
I have a positive. Negative on last node.
Well, that's not going the way I thought it would go.
Target's hit. Get in there.
Asset negative.
Well, apparently bullets works with them. Fuck. That is not what I wanted. God dang. Ah, boy.
Attention, intruder alert. Repeat, we have an intruder. This is not a drill.
Moving up.
Smoke grenade. Sure.
Cover me!
Fuck. God damn it. I couldn't get my buttons right. God damn it. I have to start that all over again. Maybe that's a good thing.
Mark it.
Confirm low ping.
Roger. Confirm mark. Taking position!
Fuck.
Hostile contact, Milo! Take the tank down!
Attention, intruder alert.
Okay, where's my support? Over. Give me some cover! Proceed!
That's hilarious. Oh, oh, that was a nice shot. That was a nice shot. I have no more. I don't have any more piercing fucking ammo. However, can I make it? Nope. All right. Oh, come on. Are you fucking kidding me? For fuck's sake. Fuck. And I never save at any parts of this fucking fight. Let's see if this calms down a little bit. Okay, I keep getting these piece by piece dying, but
Attention. This is an unspecified alert condition. Repeat, we're under general alert.
do I have the combat? No, I don't have the combat yet. I still have the 8 shotgun shells that I have for the Pierce. Concussion grenade, frag grenade. Yeah. I should probably... Nah, leave it the way it is. Let's wait and see what happens. Okay, I'm happy for you for letting me know. I think the sound of the alarm itself is telling me that there's a general alert. How am I still getting points for people that I'm fucking that are dying? They're still searching, though, which is remarkable. Oh, this is cool. Don't know where it leads, but this is cool. I feel like it's leading me further away. But hey, let's see where this leads. Yeah, I'm on the other side of the fucking thing. Okay, how long are these guys gonna fucking search for me? I don't even know where I'm going.
Everyone remain on alert. This is not a drill. All personnel be on extra guard. This is a general alert.
Alright.
All personnel on full alert. Shoot hostile on sight.
That's one. Boom, boom, boom. What's in here? Nope. Do I want to get out of there? Oh. Maybe I don't have to choose.
All personnel be on extra guard. This is a general alert.
But it's not where I had to go, though.
Attention! This is an unspecified alert condition. Repeat, we're under general alert.
Isn't this where I was? So that elevator did absolutely nothing for me. Okay, I'm gonna be right back. I'm just going to go to the little men's room and I'll be right back. Alright, I am back. And as I was leaving, my controller went flying. So the batteries went flying, and I had to look for the batteries. Fun times. You know what's an interesting thing? Is it says to reconnect my Xbox One controller when I have an Xbox Series X controller. So that means that in the game, it's ingrained in the game to actually have the controller because it came out on the Xbox One, which is hilarious. I'm gonna save only because I haven't saved since forever, and so basically, this was just a way of getting to the second floor. I had to actually go all around, which is fucking hilarious. And I came in from that door. So, yeah. So I have to go here. I didn't read the map properly.
Contact, sending mark. Eyes on negative asset, copy? Red us. Good.
Are you fucking kidding me? That's what sets the fucking camp. Well, that one was gonna be tough. Come on. You can do it. Jesus Christ, this one was tough. Well then. Well, that didn't work.
Access granted.
I have a feeling that it's in here. There's a vent over there, though.
Attention! This is an unspecified alert condition. Repeat, we are under general alert.
Sorti. Okay.
This is an alert continuum. Repeat, we Attention, intruder alert. Repeat, we have an intruder.
Rogue Gorman from Tibor Sokol. Be careful. I'm very conflicted right now. I thought I had a clear understanding of what ARC was about and what we were doing, but now I don't know. Between Talus's murder and Victor taking over, something isn't right. I don't have a good feeling about him. I know he's asked you to take part in something called Storm Surge. I was eavesdropping. I'm sorry. What do you really know about it? Victor only says that it will get ARC the eyes and ears of the world. But think for a moment. What if Victor is responsible for the bombings in Prague? What if this storm surge is another attack? You can't be part of that. We are not terrorists, brother. Look, I still have a lot to figure out, but you have to promise me you'll stay away from Victor. Rogue, please. Okay. At least the microwave is intact. Can I turn it on? Yeah, I can. Everybody's always leaving shit in the microwave. I don't know why. Has the news changed? Yep. Designing better humans from the inside out. Hong Kong. Top story. It's no secret that mechanical augmentations, once seen as the next evolution of mankind, have fallen out of favor. So much so that many biotechnology companies have turned their backs on human enhancement technologies altogether. But is this a good thing? We can't sit back and wait for the world to calm down, says Darcy Valdrin. Dr. Darcy Valdrin, head of Life Sciences Laboratory at VersaLife. Yes, machinery and software can be tampered with by external sources, making them unreliable. But you know what isn't? The very fiber of the beings, our DNA. Historically, the medical application of gene therapy has focused on correcting genetic diseases. Dr. Valdrin believes it can do much more. You won't need to chop off limbs or add parts to gain super strength. To become immune to toxins, to be infrared. We have these abilities inside us. We just have to flip the switch. Pope weighs in on de-extinction. Vatican City editorial. Pope Theodore III urged scientists around the world to seriously reconsider their actions before resurrecting another extinct species. The Pope's statement issued after scientists in China released photos of Kaylee, the first Banji dolphin to be successfully brought back to existence. Maybe a case of too little, too late. Yeah, that was actually interesting. Anybody, anything behind them? No. Anything behind you? No, nothing. Okay. Alright, so that's where I came in. Who is fucking... Oh shit, I could have came in by there. Fuck me. Oh, another thing. Milan Drabic from Tommy. Password help. The accidental smoke master you gave me is a joke, right? You gave me something else, something I can commit to memory. Oh, I've moved offices. I'm up in 3 near the exit to helipad. Hey, your new password is bacon chips donut. Your 3 favorite things. Think you can remember that? That's not a bad thing, actually. But how the fuck do you get in here, though? Oh. Other than that section that I have problems with, this isn't actually that bad. I probably didn't look half as much as where I should, or I probably missed a ton of shit.
Ready to get the hell out of here.
And I think this is where Prague gets on lockdown. Yeah, there we go. The whole city's on lockdown.
Eerie, isn't it?
What the hell happened? Where's everyone?
Martial law. Riots in Golem spilled over into Prague. The entire city's on lockdown. No one but state police allowed in the streets tonight. They've all got itchy trigger fingers.
Wonderful. Dr. Miller? Told him to meet me at the office?
He'll be waiting for you. Of course, you'll likely be shot getting there. Watch yourself out there, Jensen.
Alex, it's me. We need to meet.
You got a location? Because the streets aren't safe tonight, man.
Can you make it to the limb clinic where we met before?
Yeah, it's not far. I'll meet you there.
Okay. I want to check something out because Deus Ex Mankind Divided. Locations for Machenko detonator. Okay, so I might not have. Failing that in a weapon case inside the room at the end of the killing in London. Did I go to London yet? I don't think so. That was Switzerland. So I might not be too late for that. It's true, there's nothing here. There's something underneath, that's for sure. Alright, let's go back in. Let's go back to the limb clinic. This is gonna be fun. I personally think I do not look as cool without my jacket.
Já mu říkal, ať neutíká.
Don't know why he didn't listen.
Vašáče nikdy neposlouchají.
Let's see what we have. Fuck! Then why did he run?
What's the holdup?
So we killed a citizen.
The city's on lockdown. A true citizen would respect that. Get him in the truck.
Where the hell you been, man? You went dark after skipping out on Janus and the bank.
Chasing down Viktor Marchenko. Found him holed up in the Swiss Alps with the mercs from Dubai. They tried to kill me with this.
What is it?
The orchid. Marchenko used it to kill Rucker, so be careful. Think you can get it analyzed?
Yeah, we got a couple of scientists on the collective's mailing list. Oh, and we also ran a trace on that email you gave me from Rucker. It originated from an unregistered pocket secretary in Hong Kong.
So we don't know who sent it?
Not yet. It's been shut off ever since. But we left a trace running, so if it lights up again, we'll know.
Good. Something big is coming, Alex. Ark's being framed for a terrorist attack that hasn't occurred yet.
They're gonna take more lives, blow up another train station? Jesus, Adam, look at it out there. Any chance we had of easing fears and fighting people's hatred will be gone. That piece of shit UN legislation will pass, and we'll all be thrown into AUG-only hellholes like Udalek.
While Nathaniel Brown sits back and earns trillions.
Brown? That slick suit from the Santo Corporation?
Page said Brown was calling the shots. And in Switzerland, Marchenko said Brown had confirmed date and time.
But where? Brown's been traveling extensively, promoting Rabia and his Safe Harbor initiative. His next junket's in London. But if he's behind this, he's not gonna attack himself.
Maybe not. Marchenko also mentioned someone who can tell us. But I have to meet with Miller first. How soon can you get the sample analyzed?
As fast as possible. If you're meeting with Miller, be careful. You walked into another ambush in Garm, and Miller's not off my suspect list yet.
We'll see.
All right. Martial law declared. Prague. Lawmakers in Prague, working under direct instructions from the Army of the Czech Republic, have declared a state of emergency and around the city, following the unexpected death of Dr. Talos Rucker. We believe that terrorists living inside the Udalek complex will use their leader's death as an excuse to rain more mayhem down on Prague. President Kaiseli said in a statement, riots have been going on all day inside Gollum City, and the number of deaths have been reported. We cannot and will not let that happen here. Martial law is in effect until the crisis is lifted, with state police given sweeping powers to enforce peace. A curfew has been enacted, and no citizens, augmented or not, is allowed out on the streets. It goes without saying that any who break curfew or resist police orders will be dealt with harshly. Probably death, as we saw. Unprecedented closure fuel rumors. Prague. The Palisade Property Bank remained closed for most of today, and its owners refusing to comment after rumors of a possible break-in began circulating. Martial law makes it impossible to learn more at this time, although witnesses did not spot VersaLife trucks leaving the bank parking the garage. A dissatisfied customer, perhaps? I probably read this. Yeah. Oh. I never saw that there. God damn it, man. I always fucking miss shit in these types of games. I think I have everything, and I fucking don't. Which is frustrating. Alright, so let's save this. And let's take it from there. What time is it? No, it's 11:15. I'll try and see if I can
Over there.
I love how I can use the metro, yet who's operating the metro? Everything's on lockdown. Anyways. Oh, okay. I walk in the tunnels. Okay.
I knew when Roger died, something would spark. I know that sound.
Have we got anyone on that route? No. Should have done this long ago. Nothing here. I knew this would have got busy. Maybe the Alps have finally learned their place.
Come on. No. What the fuck am I doing? The fuck? This fucking... God damn it.
Check it out.
Alright. Prague under martial law, everyone is guilty. Little K. Understand the police that now have authority to kill anyone found walking in the streets after curfew, augmented or not. Samizdat's revelations on the government have always had us in the firing line, but martial law means that any person who steps out of line is a target. You, your family, your neighbors, regardless of the truth. This lockdown shows that our government neither respects nor values the lives of our citizens. Samizdat's warning of Resolution 3507 for the rest of us has materialized. Easy answer, stay home and out of trouble. But what of the weeks to come? Will those same Diwali corrupted police be ordered to drag you from your own house as suspected troublemaker? It's not enough for us to simply report on this. Samizdat is providing shelters around Prague for those who no longer trust the authorities. Seek sanctuary, stay off the streets, and join with others like you, offering help and a way out, ignoring disregard for others' rights, is what got us here in the first place. Now, more than ever, Samizdat will fight back to remain the loud and clear voice of reason against the pernicious idiots in power. Never forget, the truth can change everything. Find it, protect it, share it. Longer life, shorter expectations. Little K top story. Confidential review copies of the upcoming UN report warn that Earth's population will hit 10 billion by 2040, 10 years earlier than expected. Without moderation, says the report, this rate of growth will prove unsustainable. Luckily, it's hard to believe that our world leaders might consider calling as a best answer, right? Time for a history lesson. Since the turn of the millennium, 65 million people had elected for biomechanical augmentation. In 2027, the tragic accident, known simply as the incident, wiped out 89% of these freshly empowered human beings, faster than you or I could say depopulation. Still finding it hard to believe? Okay. I guess I have to go this way. I take it. Hey, at least these things are still. So where am I going now? I have to go up. Or I thought. Okay, it's still an enemy territory, but I killed everything that was here. So this is not where I'm supposed to go. I'm supposed to go that way. Are you serious? Ugh. Is there any way? No, there isn't. Well, that sucks. How the fuck do you get there? Do I go through here? I don't remember anymore. Am I walking any closer? I'm hoping. What is this? Oh. Mondo Velk from Vic Melnick. Failed delivery. You won't believe this. Mondo, you won't believe this. Why did I run? How can I be so stupid? I'm not even augmented. I just panicked. These fucking corrupt cops, that wasn't even the real checkpoint. And what kind of cops throw fucking grenades at you when you run away? If you can track my signal, please send someone. I'm stuck in between two buildings or something. I don't really know where. Well, that's really helpful. Message could not be sent. Ah, poor guy. Nice bald spot, though. I mean, it is what it is. Where does this lead me? Please don't tell me it leads to the fucking street, because I'm gonna shoot someone. Oh, okay. Well, at least I'm heading in the right direction. At least I thought so. Oh, this is the fucking, the place where I fucking got the girl with the permit, or things. Okay, but Yeah, this is like not even close to where I'm supposed to be. Yeah. So this does not help me at all. No. Alright. Alright, well, let's continue then.
It is you, again.
Welcome to the Underground. I owe you an apology for hacking your info link.
Forgive?
Don't sweat it. I'm assuming you had a good reason.
Samizdat's usual channels are all bugged. I couldn't risk an audio communication being traced back here.
You're Little K, right? You don't sound local.
I wrote some things that made me have to delocalize a long time ago. Been living story to story on a Schengen visa and a language implant ever since. Never expect a short story from a long-form journalist. You want to know why I brought you here? The police raided Samizdat last night. Cleared us out. We were broadcasting until they pulled the plug. Radios, flyers, mail bursts, the makeshift media van. Getting the message out to our subscribers if they needed a refuge. As you can see, it went a little wider than we anticipated.
Alright, so this is what I would like to know. Aren't you afraid the police will find you again, finish what they started?
This isn't what I call laying low. Aren't you afraid the police will find you again, finish what they started?
They already got the K. Bones, the backup servers, even the shitty coffee machine. Enough for them to call it a win and get back to indiscriminate brutality on the streets.
Where were you when this happened?
Right here. Running our little home away from home. Our sources tipped us off about the martial law. Either we could write about it and throw our hands up. Boy, I sure hope this massive rights violation doesn't end up being too awful this time. Or we could enact a readiness plan and really do something.
Yeah, when we first met, I called you pamphleteers. I guess I should apologize.
Oh no, we were pamphleteers. Now we're pamphleteers, jury-rigging an underground railroad.
The underground? So are you running a resistance cell here or a campaign room?
So are you running a resistance cell here or a campaign room?
Why not both? Now Samizdat has a captive voter base. We could run for the Senate.
It's organized resistance then.
Peaceful resistance. We're working together to get people under the cordon and out of Prague. It's a happy accident of a police state. Well, I say happy when everyone's repressed, they can see past their prejudices.
Or they shift the blame. It's gonna take a long time for those prejudices to heal.
As long as certain people can profit from keeping the wounds fresh. But you knew that already.
What happened to Kay?
What happened to Kay?
Kay is me now, according to the Samizdat Manifesto. It's all very third-wave socialist with a dash of martyr complex.
Good to know. But I mean, what physically happened to him?
Right. His name is Yarek. Yarek Drobny. He's being held by the police along with Bones. No contact, no bail, no rights, plausible deniability.
He must have known the risks.
Well, he was open to the existence of risks. When you showed up, it should have been a wake-up call, but you were reasonable. The state isn't reasonable.
Alright, I'm pretty sure you didn't call me to put posters. What's the deal, bruh?
I'm pretty sure you didn't call me to put up posters. What's the deal?
We've made a plan. We're getting people out of the city, starting first thing tomorrow. I want Yarek and Bones to go with them, but first, we need to Bust them out of jail. Tonight.
And you think I'm the kind of guy who breaks into police stations?
Are you telling me you're not?
Good point.
Fine, I'll get them out. They're being held in the temporary police station downtown?
Yes. By the Monument Metro. Once you're clear, take them across the plaza to the United Cleaners. We've cached everything they need for a long road trip along the old NATO decommissioning zone.
That's your escape route? Puts getting them past the state police into perspective.
It works on paper. And gives them these new identity documents, a lot of new identities. We found a very good forger. We're keeping her from a bright future in a Pika's newsroom.
It is you, again.
Too many people. We'll have to borrow more trucks. Can we get back into the city trash depot tonight?
Edward Braun. Thought we activated your permit.
You did. Whatever you did was enough to fool them.
Doesn't seem to have done you much good.
It kept me out of Golem. I wouldn't have made it this far if it wasn't for you. But now, martial law changes everything. It's Warsaw 1982 out there.
Warsaw didn't have drones.
I remember them going into people's homes, accusing them of things they did not do, being part of organizations I have never heard of. It was clear to me that it was all happening again.
So you slipped away, went underground. How'd you know to come here?
I heard a message on the radio. They were saying that martial law was being used as an excuse to round up anyone. And then I look outside and I see this with my own eyes. The police acting indiscriminately, just like 82. So I decide to do exactly what I did then. I hide in the sewers. And I start to find others. People who are scared and looking for safety, just like me.
I'm sorry.
I think that guy behind him has a bit of a
I know how
problem.
much it meant to you to stay in Prague.
It's not about me anymore.
Hey, YG, how's it
I'm one
going?
of the lucky ones. All these
Welcome to
people
the
down
stream.
here, we
How you
must
been?
stay together. We must help each other to get through this. They are my family now.
The guy behind Jensen is hilarious.
Good luck, Edward.
Oh, he disappeared. No, he's still stuck. Well then. That's nice. How's it going, bud?
I suppose you responded. I am willing to
Good.
volunteer
Can't complain.
on Sam is that mailing list too.
Especially since my daughter got her the tubes in her ears for ear infections. It's been fantastic.
Have you come to help us?
However, I'm about to probably call it quits. I wasn't going to plan on a long stream tonight, but...
Tall, dark, and augmented. Over here.
Oh, this is new. No, it's not. No, that's not. I read that already.
It is you, again.
It is me. Yes, it is.
Did want to travel.
Oh my god.
To travel, yes. Not to be a close.
SM12. How many did I actually do? 1, 2. Apparently I skipped 3, 4, 5. Skip 6, 7, 8. Skip 9. So yeah. Oh shit. Load. No. Get to the bank. Oh, so I did. Okay, so there's Garm. Oh, I missed it. Okay. Oh, it's all good. Glad that you were able to watch. Thanks for passing by. I really appreciate it. A lot, to be fair, a lot of people that I know that used to either follow me or I used to follow them, and probably because they're smaller channels, um, they stopped streaming, or they just stopped coming to my channel. So kind of sucked. So yeah, usually I try to. I've been really inconsistent in my streaming recently. So well, recently, probably since my daughter's born. Gears 3, 4, and 5, I was consistent. Then I went AWOL for a while. Or MIA. And then I came back and, yeah, it's fine. It's cool. But I know there's a lot of others that haven't come back. It actually got worse after the pandemic. So when things started opening up again after the pandemic, a bunch of people just closed. Either they stopped streaming, or they just closed their account altogether, which kind of sucks. I've met some new people and it's been really cool, but kind of sucks at the same time. You build relationships and it's a community, right? So, although to be fair, a lot of them are on my Discord. So that's fine. My Discord is not that big right now, but I don't promote it either. So yeah. And even for me, like, it took me a long time to get into... oh, cool. Yeah, doing school and work will kill you. When I did my undergrad, I used to work part-time. I was a developer, a freelancer, and that freaking, like, killed me. It was like taking 7 courses in university. It was fucking nuts. And I was like, and I had no time off. Like, it was always like school, work, school, work, and then sometimes both intertwined. It was like really insane. But at the same time, I had to pay through my university. Although, granted, in Canada, at least Montreal, it's a lot cheaper than it is elsewhere. But still, I think here it depends on well, if you're an international student, it's expensive. But since I come from here, university for computer science was $3,000 a semester, roughly, plus books. But the thing is, as well, is if you are a student, you get back pretty much all your money because you're a student. So you get your books back, so it's actually pretty cool because at the end of the year you get a nice little bonus, like around when tax season finishes. So it's actually pretty cool. So yeah, that's cool. That's what's cool over here. Unless you go to a private, non-authorized school, then it's clear. But yeah, I remember like working, like it was insane. And then in between that, so there's 1 year, the year I got married, I was working, I guess in IT. I was on call every 2 weeks. So if something happened, I used to get freaking paged, or I used to get like woken up, or they used to call my cell, my work phone. And at the same time, we were planning for a wedding. My wife was working, and she was doing her master's for teaching. She already had a master's in biochemistry, but here, in order to teach in high school, you need to actually have an education degree. So she went to do that, but it's kind of like a fast track. It's like a part-time. So she did at night, like 1 or 2 courses a semester, on top of working full-time during the day. I was working full-time during the day. It was insane. That I do not know how we managed to plan for a wedding that year. Yeah, it's the thing is, it's that, and that's the thing. Like, people complain over here, which okay, whatever. It's because they don't know anything else. But you know, I had already looked at going to MIT at one point, because I did do my bachelor's in computer science, and I like, we have decent schools here, but I wanted to do something different, and I wanted to go to MIT. It was insanely stupid how expensive it was. And like, the thing is here, if you're a student living on your own and you have a part-time job, it can be expensive. You may need some loans, but you're nowhere close being as in debt as if you're in the States. I forget this was like late 2000s, like 2007, I think. MIT was 20,000 a semester for comp sci, and so it would have been like 40,000 a year. I didn't eat. I didn't buy any books. That's just tuition. And I was like, yeah, let's rethink my strategy. So I decided to come back. I decided to stay in Montreal and go here. A semester, yeah. It was 40,000 a year. Now, that was back then. I don't know if they changed it or if their laws changed or whatever, but yeah. It's pretty intense. It, like, even here, like, it depends on the program too. Like, some programs are less expensive. Like, engineering, computer science is one of the more expensive. But if you have like, if you're like in, commerce, or, business, or fine arts, it's not it's not as expensive. It's like 1,500 a semester or something like that. It depends on it depends on the faculty you're in and you're applying, in the field that you want to study in. It's also based on demand as well, right? So if they only accept, I don't know, 5,000 students a semester, for example, and what's hot now is computer science. Obviously, the price is a little bit higher. But here, the difference is here it's not for profit technically. It's not really a for profit. The universities here are kind of a hybrid between community colleges in the States and universities, Ivy League universities. Yeah, it's intense. Even my brother, back in like the early 90s, when he graduated from college, he wanted to go into criminology, and I think he wanted to go to the University of Chicago, I think. Yeah, he came to the same conclusion as me. There's no way like you can afford. The thing is that it's the headache of having to pay those loans. There's no guarantee when you finish that degree, you're gonna have the salary to pay back the loan. There's no point. Like, it's insane. So if you walk out with $350,000 worth of debt, for example, which is there's like I think 10-20% interest rate on that. All you're going to be paying at a $50,000, $60,000, or even $70,000 job, you're going to be paying the interest for the rest of your life. You're not actually chipping at the actual loan that you took, right? Paying it back. So it's not. I mean, that's my take on it. I do agree that here people complain. Like, there was a semester, a year where students protested saying they wanted free education, which I understand that to a point. The infrastructure is not built for that, so you can't be free. And also here, the problem is it's English universities get the English universities, English colleges get the bad rap because here there's like a French versus English type of thing, which is stupid. And there's a bunch of laws that come into play that kind of don't that kind of put French priority over English. So kind of sucks. I mean, because here too, like from a computer science perspective and engineering, on the English side in Quebec, you're better off going to Concordia University. And the reason for that is because McGill University is very, very theoretical and not very practical. In the sense that you do a lot of math, you do a lot of stuff, but you only get to practical applying computer science concepts like your third year. Whereas Concordia, it goes around. It starts in the first year. So it's not that, at least you get your feet wet and stuff. Like the third year is really cool because most of it is project courses, which is really cool. But at the same time, it's kind of, to get there, it's intense. And on the French side, I don't even know. I guess it would be UQAM. No, not UQAM. Sorry, Université de Montréal. So, University of Montreal. And they have a branch called Polytechnique or something, which is for tech. And basically, they're known to be really good. McGill is known for their medical stuff. Anything that's a medical profession, they're known for. Psychologists, doctors, dentists, whatever. Same thing for Université de Montréal. Concordia got a bad rap for years because they would be like they would accept anybody that had a heartbeat at one point. But they've really, really increased their notoriety in the last 10, 15 years with their business, the Molson School of Business. They're continuously like battling like other universities in Canada, so that's their bread and butter. McGill, it's medical. Probably the worst university that we have is probably UQAM. They've had like a lot of problems with finance. They've built buildings that stayed unfinished because they couldn't afford it. And the degree that you get from there has always been frowned upon. Well, at least at the beginning, at one point, it used to be frowned upon. Because it was kind of like, oh, you got a piece of paper, good for you. But nobody took you seriously. They've been a bit better in recent times, but they're still like kind of butt of jokes. So yeah, and also at the time, like when I went, so I did my call. So here, the way it works in Canada is, well, in Quebec, this is how it works. You have secondary, you have grade 7 to 11. Then you have college, which is either for a career. So you do nursing, computer science, or whatever it is, which is a 3-year career, or what we call pre-university courses. So basically, your first year of university anywhere is pretty much covered in college, and it's a lot cheaper. So basically, like tuition is like now is like 100 a semester or something, or 200 per semester, and so your first year of university essentially is almost given to you free, almost free. And then you go to university. So college has two functionalities. We also call it CEGEP here, but it's basically a college. In the rest of Canada, you have grades. High school is grade 7 to 12, where 12 is kind of the pseudo version of the Quebec pre-university courses at college. However, when you go straight to university, you can go to college, but college is known for career vocation. So nursing, anything that's a 3-year career, that's college. And if you're going to university, you hop directly from high school, from grade 12 to university. However, you have an extra year of university, right? So if it's a 4-year, if let's say in Quebec it's 4 years, then it would be 5 in the rest of Canada. If it's 3 here, it's 4 in the rest of Canada. So basically, you have to do an extra year of university anywhere else. I mean, there's pros and cons to that. I personally don't mind the system we have here, because I find here in Quebec, I find the step between college and university is really huge. Because in high school you can kind of play around with it and say, okay, I don't have to study, or I'll study all night and I'll get a 90 the next day. You can easily do that in high school. College, you can still do that, and teachers are still hand-holding you to a point. Like you have more independence. It's basically high school with more independence. So you have like, teachers are still after you and stuff like that. So you're kind of, you're still in that high school mode. So even if you have bad habits in studying habits, you can still manage through college. However, from college to university don't give a fuck. You fail, it's up to you. The teacher still gets paid because you paid for the course, so they don't give a shit. They do care, but they don't. You don't hand in your assignment. Well, tough luck. It's on you. You didn't hand in your assignment, right? You can sometimes get a teacher that kind of feel that they care and stuff like that, and they'll give you a second chance for things, but you can't abuse it. It's not like college where it's like basically high school. So the step is really, really too big. So a lot of people that go, even people that had 90s in college, their first semester in university, usually there's a massive dip in their grades because their study habits are no good, and they have to relearn how to study. Because in university you can't study. You can't. So in let's say in high school or even college, they give you, okay, this is the final exam. You can study everything, essentially, and prepare for the final. University, you can't really do that because the way that, unless you take a course a semester or you take it really, really slow, you can't really do that because, like, I used to have, there's times where I've heard, when I did my bachelor's, where I had a demo for a project and 3 finals in 2 days. I mean, that's intense. And sometimes there's no time in between exams too. So they're at the beginning of the exam season, right? Usually exam season is 3 weeks more or less. And when I was in university, they fucked us over. So my university was 4 years. The first 2 years, they used to put the easy courses in the first few weeks, and then the harder courses were math, sciences, computer science courses, engineering courses, and stuff like that. The exams were towards the end of the exam period. However, they switched that around in the last 2 years. So the last 2 years, I had the first 3 days of exams, I had a database exam. I had a demo for my project in C++, which were basically, we recreated Blood Bowl in 2D. And that course was fucking tough because they didn't teach us how to do any UI. They just said, yeah, build the game. Okay, but who's going to teach us the UI? Oh, the TA is going to teach you in the tutorial, you're going to learn how to do that didn't work out very well. Anyways, we ended up doing okay. I think on the project we ended up getting 48 on 50. And the reason we got 2 marks dinged, which is stupid, I didn't have time to build a UI for the customization of a character. It was all text. It looked like, it looked like DOS, but I had no choice. I didn't have any time. Between that and my other 3 courses, I had no time. So I had that demo. I had a database exam that same day. So the demo, Christ, I remember this. The demo was at 10 in the morning. My exam for database was from 7 to 10 at night. Then the next day I had I think the final exam in the afternoon for numerical methods, which is a math course. And then there was another computer course. I forget if it was operating systems or it was something else, but it was like from 7 to 10. All that in the first 3 days, well, first 2 days really, of the exam period. And then I had one course, which was a religion course, which was stupid. It was an online course. And all these courses, like for religion and like it was like Religions of the World, I think, that I took. It's basically a course that says you take Christianity, you take Judaism and the Muslim faith, and then you compare all three, and then they tell you what's similar, what's not, and so on and so forth. Very, very like straightforward class. But the problem is that they give you like 7 questions ahead of time, and they say we're going to pick 4 or 5 on the final exam. So basically, you answer them all, you memorize the shit out of the exam, and you within half an hour out of the exam. Although you have to wait an hour here. You can't leave an exam before an hour, which is... So for half an hour, I was just like, they're like, yeah, you could review your exam. I go, yeah, I don't need to. Like, I really don't. So yeah, so at the end of the year, that was at the end of my... Which was so annoying. At the one point, you're kind of like... on the one side, you're kind of happy that you get all your hard exams out of the way right away. But at the same time, you're kind of like, I needed more time. So basically, the way you had to plan your time is instead of waiting to study during exam period, you had to learn to study like either you do all the exercises and you understand right away, or you start studying for the final like after the midterms, along with all your assignments and stuff like that, and you have to make time and manage your time and study for the final, because or else you won't manage. And to my point, my initial point, you can't study everything for the final. You're just never going to have enough time. So you have to pick and choose the topics that you're not as good in, focus on those, and pray that they ask you questions that you know. And every final exam is different. 4 courses is intense. So here, a full course load in university is considered 5. In college, it's 6, I think. 6 and 7, depending on the semester. But university, I took 4, and I worked, and I don't know how anybody can take 5. Like I honestly don't know how anybody could take 5. Now, people that usually take 5 there's a program here at least in Quebec. I don't know about Canada, but in Quebec, some universities have a co-op program. So basically, the way it works is your program ends up being an extra semester or 2, I think. But basically, the first year you study, then in the summer you have an internship. Then in the fall you study, in the winter you have an internship, and so on and so forth. So you end up having work experience when you finish your... The idea is that you graduate with some work experience, which was to way to circumvent the fact that a lot of companies would say, hey, you're out of school. Okay, we're looking like for 8 years of experience. Well, I don't have any experience. That's why I'm asking for you to hire me, and that's how it came to be. But at least they get about the equivalent of almost a year experience coming out in their field. So at least they're not coming out like a deer in the headlights. So yeah, it's pretty cool the way they do it here. Is it perfect? No. Like every system, it's not perfect, but it does the job, you know. All right, I've been talking your ear off for the last like 20 minutes or so. I apologize. I haven't really played anything. For those that have passed by, thank you so much. YG, thank you for passing by. Always awesome talking to you and having you on my channel. You're God. No. I'm assuming you meant you're good. But yeah, I don't know if I'm gonna stream tomorrow, to be honest. And this week is gonna be pretty tough at work. I have a pretty big week, so um, I don't know when I'll be able to stream. Probably later in the week, like I normally do, Thursday, Friday, probably Saturday. And I also have to start thinking about what I'm going to be playing next. There's a couple of games that I've been itching to play. So there's Shredder's Revenge that I wanted to play. I'm probably going to play that on a retro stream. And then I was thinking of playing something a little more chill next. So I might be playing Lake, which is on Game Pass. So I don't have to buy it, which is awesome. And then there's a couple of games that are coming up. I don't know when they're coming out because I know I was looking at E3 and they're like, oh, it's coming out in July. And I'm like, I want to play that. But I don't remember the name of it. So I have to go back and see what it is because it's supposed to come in July. So, but anyways, on that note, have a wonderful rest of the weekend, guys. Enjoy if there's nice weather coming in your area. Enjoy it. Spend time with your families. And I'm glad that you guys can come to my channel and forget about life for a few hours, which is the way that it's cool to get your mind off of things for a few hours. And I know the one thing I used to do when I was in university, I used to like go to school and come home, do assignments and stuff like that. And in between studying, I used to take like half an hour to 45 minutes. I used to play NHL 94, play a game, and then go back to studying, just so that I get my mind away from and because the thing is, sometimes you're pushing, and you're just not getting anywhere. You're not retaining anything, and I know it's tough to do because you want to do it like continue till you get it and it's imprinted in your brain. But the best thing you can do in those situations is take a step back, do something completely different. Listen to music, listen to an album, watch the news, watch YouTube videos for like a half an hour or something. Do something completely different. Once the show is done, once that half hour is done, go back to studying. And I'm telling you, you're gonna be able to. Sometimes it's instantaneous, sometimes it takes a bit of work, but you'll be able to progress a lot faster instead of trying to always try and it's not working. So I mean, that's just a bit of that's me. That's kind of what I learned when I was in university, to be honest. But it's I mean, that's what worked for me. And I know my brother was like that too. My brother would go for long walks. He would go like for a 2-hour walk and come back. Like it's one thing if you have trouble concentrating constantly. That's one thing, but sometimes it's because your brain is just so fried and tired you can't possibly. There's times where I was doing an assignment like at 11:30 at night, like listening to whatever. Twitch wasn't existing then really, but I used to listen to to podcasts and stuff like that. And at one point, there's like my brain just said I quit. That's like I couldn't. And the worst part in university that I hate, in the summer you have like 4 months off. Usually April, end of April, you're pretty much done your exams. So you have May, June, July, August, and then September after Labor Day, first Monday in September usually is off. And then university starts at that time. So you got 4 months off. During Christmas, if you have exams on the last day before the Christmas holidays, you don't even have a week. My latest exam that I ever had, that Christmas break, I remember doing, all I did is I played Assassin's Creed 2 when it came out. I actually went out and bought it, and that's all I played for 6 days. Like I slept and I played and I ate. I slept, ate, and played Assassin's Creed. My last exam was on the 23rd of December between 7, and my exam was from 7 to 10. I was literally the last flea and fly at the fucking university. Myself and whoever it was so fucking, we walked out going, holy shit, we have no time. And then you jump right back in. The next semester starts and you're like, go, 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 go. It's like, fuck, there's no rest. I would be, and I know some people say, oh, but the summer is to work and that's when you rest. And yeah, you know what? I would have sacrificed a summer month, like the month of May. I would have done that if it would have just started like a month later in the winter semester. Because back to back winter, by the time you're doing your fourth semester, oh my god, you're fucked. You're by the time my fourth year, it was really easy because I had taken some courses during the summer. So my last semester, I think I had only 2 courses left. And oh my god, that was fantastic. Oh, that was so good because I wasn't working. Oh, I'm sorry, Kenny. My god, thank you for the raid. However, I was probably calling it quits. I was about to call it quits for the night. Yeah, I was just talking about with YG, the school, the university here in Canada and stuff like that, and my study habits and stuff like that. Like what I was telling him, what I used to do is, yeah. What's good? The thing is, usually we stream at the same time, right? And to be fair, normally you stream a lot later than 12. Usually you stream very often. It's like 12:30, 1 o'clock. So like I normally on a Saturday night, usually I'd start at 7 and then I finish at, and by the way, hello to everyone that's on my stream, by the way. Welcome. Yeah, I start at around 7 usually, Eastern time. It's when my kid goes to bed and then depending if my wife walks the dog or I do, because my dog is like getting older than anybody. Like he's 13 now, so he has to pee. So usually I stop the stream around 9 o'clock. Sometimes I come back and I play another couple of hours, but it's rare I'm this late. I think the time I lasted the longest, I think the latest was when I played Rise, Son of Rome. I think I finished like at 1 in the morning or something. So yeah, and so that I was telling YG when I used to study university, I used to because the way that I used to go to school, I used to work and stuff like that, but I used to go, and sometimes nothing would go in anymore. Like my brain was just on overload, and I was so fucking tired that I would go on my NES or something. I would play NHL 94, or I would play like a more recent game for like half an hour to an hour, do something completely different, then come back and I would continue studying. And sometimes it would unblock, sometimes it wouldn't. If it didn't unblock, it means I needed to go to bed. It means I needed to actually sleep, because or else I would pass out. However, I do my best work. Funny enough, I used to do my best work between 10 and 6 in the morning. Anywhere between those times, I used to do my best work. Because the house used to be quiet. I used to be able to do whatever I wanted. There's no pressure. The radio stations used to play the best music. So it was actually pretty cool. So yeah, I always had to stop myself from being a night owl. Yeah, this is the thing. So when I started working, I did graveyard shift once or twice, and I hated it. Graveyard shift is between 11 and 6 in the morning, or 10 and 6 in the morning, anywhere between there. So basically, you work overnight. The problem with overnight, we did a cool radio show here when I was in high school. It was a metal show, and sometimes Mike Piazza would show up on it. It was great. Oh, yeah? That's awesome. Yeah, here, the channel that we used to like, it still exists. It's Shome. It's a rock station. Now it's a classic rock station, but it was a rock station. It always has been. And in the middle of the night, it would be call-ins, which would be funny because everybody was drunk, or they would play the original full album without interruption, vinyl. So let's say they would play Led Zeppelin 4, or they would play 1984 by Van Halen, or they would Face the Heat by Scorpions, or they would play like the latest album of a rock person, so like Nuno Betancourt, or they would play Steve Vai or whatever, their latest album, and it would be the full album without any interruptions. And it was in the middle of the night, probably because there was no sponsors in the middle of the night, so they were able to do it. But it was actually awesome. I used to put that on, and it was fantastic. That's when I started listening to more to podcasts. So when I used to study, I used to actually put in podcasts. At that time, I used to listen to a lot of the Leo Laporte stuff. Probably Windows Weekly, MacBreak Weekly, Security Now, and Twit, This Week in Tech. I don't really listen to them anymore, honestly, because everybody that I kind of liked left, and I'm not really crazy about anybody that's there anymore. And I found the shows boring. Then I started listening to CAGcast, Cheap Pass Gamer, which is actually pretty fun. I still listen to them today. What else? Who else is there? There's Conan O'Brien Needs a Friend. That's fantastic. I started listening to him last year. Oh my God, that podcast is fantastic. So the premise of the show is that he invites people over to become his friend. That's the whole idea, and that's the conversational starter, I guess. But the idea behind it is that it's a more conversation one-on-one. Think of Charlie Rose type of interview. Like it's a more relaxed it's less like rigid like for network TV and stuff like that. It's actually pretty cool. And it's actually really, really funny. I personally love Conan O'Brien, so for me it was like fantastic listening to him. But now the thing is a lot of people are like, oh, they all started their podcast now. Like Dana Carvey has his own podcast with David Spade, and he has his own, and Dana Carvey has his own solo podcast as well. Like they all started podcasts, but the thing is, what people fail to realize is that they have fucking teams. Like all they do is they show up and they just talk into a mic. The editing and all the marketing behind it, it's not done by them. It's a network, right? So that's why, like when, people are like, yeah, podcasting is easy. Yeah, okay. If you're doing it by yourself, no. I did it for a round table. We're kind of on a hiatus because we just don't have the time. And I did my corporate gamer podcast for a while. Did it for 2 years, I think. But the thing is keeping a lot of work goes into it, like topics. You have to think about it. That's the pre-show. Then you do the actual show. And then it's the after show. It's the editing, the uploading, making sure it gets distributed properly. Is it going on Google Podcasts? Is it going on Spotify? Is it going on, It's insane the amount of work that goes into it. I just didn't have a time. I was working full time. So working full time, trying to stream, writing. I haven't done this in a while, but writing reviews. I think my last review was like a year ago. So now all I do basically is the CG mini reviews at the end of my playthroughs, where I review a game off the cuff, fresh off the press, similar to what you do actually. Like the way you evaluate, the maps, like Quake, for example, you evaluate the maps and how you liked and stuff like that. I just basically do the same thing. I just edit it and I cut it and I make that into like its own thing. Even that, I don't cut my videos at all. I should, but I don't. And even YouTube, like I don't have a lot of traction on YouTube. Like I don't promote it per se. I would have to try multi streaming again, see how it goes. But yeah, YouTube was never. And anyways, even when I was streaming on YouTube, it's not like the majority of my viewers were on YouTube. The majority of my viewers were from Twitch. The problem is with Twitch is that a lot of the channels I would follow, a lot of them stopped streaming. So, or they just close shop on Twitch. So I don't see them anymore, which sucks. But I've noticed that since the pandemic, viewership is down, for sure. Unless you're a YouTuber that like is a hardcore, like always streams like Call of Duty or always streams a specific one, like you're streaming on weekends Quake. And I always had this thing where where my channel, when I play a game, people follow me, and then I stop playing that game, and then they stop following me the minute they see that I don't go back to that game or I play something different. So there's a bunch of people at the beginning. When I first started, I used to play only retro stuff. So people follow me for retro. And then I started, like, I actually got a setup. So I started playing Xbox. And then they, like, oh, do you do any retros? And I'm like, yes, I still do retro, but it's on the weekends. Of that. Apparently that wasn't enough, and they left. I've never saw them again. Then there were people that were for specific games. And the thing is, I don't play games that are hot usually, like right now. It's rare. Like I did it for Halo and I did it for, but the thing is, the danger with that is some people won't follow because they don't want to spoil the game for them because they haven't played it. So that's the danger of playing a game right off the press. However, if you upload videos on YouTube of something that's hot, you have a chances of getting more hits, right? But the thing is, I rarely play games that come out like right now. I usually play them like Cyberpunk. I waited a year before I played it. Halo, I played it right away. Usually Assassin's Creed, I play relatively right away because I used to like them. I'm not buying another Assassin's Creed for a while if they make one. Even the new one, the game they just did, which is basically Assassin's Creed Black Flag, with a new title, Skull and Bones, I think. Which I thought that game was DOA. I think I heard it like 2-3 years ago, and then you never heard of anything of them again. And there we go. No. Yeah, it's fine, and I'm not like. I think I said this on the stream a couple of times as well. So at one point, I commented on a Kotaku post where basically they were saying people are taking advantage of the Johnny Depp, like they're live streaming the Johnny Depp shit trial, and I was like, my comment was, well, I guess I'm happy that I'm not a big I'm not a big streamer. Somebody took the time to look me up on some site that does Twitch stats and figured that I'm like 3 millionth in the fucking world in streaming, that I have no viewership, and I had like minus 11 followers in that particular, until that point in this year. They actually looked that up, and as if it was like, oh, well, yeah, you're on your way to not being popular, which is basically, that was the shaft. And I'm like, but I never was going for that. Like, I'm not going for, like, the 15,000 followers and having the hype trains and stuff like that. If it happens, fine, I guess. But I like to have conversations with people, like, when people, like very often, the most I had on my channel chatting at any one time, I think was 6 or 7, and that's perfectly fine. Now, like, if you go, like, let's say Kilgore Trout, which I've been following forever, his freaking chat, you can't even follow anymore. It just keeps going. It's insane. Even if he has slow-mo mode on, it's insane. Then there's a couple of other big ones that I used to follow that it was impossible to follow, and at that point it becomes a TV show. It doesn't become an interactive experience. So that's why I appreciate, like, your channel, Kenny, YG, when you stream, I appreciate your stuff. When who else? My God. I used to love Avante for that. Psychosis, Psych. Switchy streams used to be like that as well. Like, that's why I kind of like smaller streams. The bigger streams, like, are kind of... And then some of them are stupid, where they're like, only followers can chat, which I'm like, okay. If you have like 100,000 followers, I guess that's useful. But like for me, it doesn't